Hi, this is Joy with Obsessed with Scrapbooking, and we're going to make that layout you just saw. We're using the Close to My Heart Artbooking cartridge, and we're on page 62. We're going to be cutting that overlay out. So I went ahead and hit the overlay button. Everything is cut at 11 inches that went on this layout, although they are from different pages. So that's something to keep in mind. We're cutting the overlay in white, and again, page 62, and then I backed it with some yellow, as you can see in this photo. Now that is precise backing that I made within the Cricut craft room, and later on in this video there will be a link to show you how to do that. It's called Hide Selected Contour, and at the end of the video there'll be a button for you to press and you can watch how to do that if you are unfamiliar with it. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and cut the photo mat out. It's a 5x7 photo mat. It's on page 77. So I go ahead and hit photo mat 2, that feature key, and then I'm going to hit whatever key that matches on page 77 and cut. And I use this green, this whole paper pack is the Chantilly Close to My Heart paper pack, and that's also shown at the end of the video for you guys to take a look at. It's so fun and pretty. It's perfect for a baby girl. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and cut out the Sugar and Spice word art. That's on page 80. I'm going to cut it twice, once in pink as you see here. Notice I'm never changing the dial, never changing it. And still at 11 inches. And then I hit cut. So I cut it once in pink, then I'm going to cut it once in green, and I'm going to kind of layer those to create a shadowy effect. I know I just said that, but just in case. All right, now I only had one sheet of this green, so here's a quick little trick to show you how to save on some paper that's going to be layered for a layout. And what I do is I take my trimmer, oh, and sadly I moved it out of the frame. I can't believe that. And you just take it down an inch, and when you make it come down toward you, you only take it to 11 inches, not 12. So you're essentially creating a frame. So that centerpiece will be cut out, and then you'll be able to use that green again for another project. I just didn't want to use up all that green. Okay, and the paper stays at 12 inches by 12 inches overall, and you'll see how I'm going to layer all the back pieces. So now I go ahead and I cut my white at 11 3/4. So that'll make a nice layer, and as you can see. And then I have also, that piece is going to be cut at 11 5/8 by 11 5/8 because I wanted it not to be a lot of white showing. It's just a slight bit. Now I use my ATG gun to go ahead and stick these 3 layers together. Remember, this green is 12 inches by 12 inches, so it's really the back. So I'm just using my Scotch ATG gun to stick this down. Actually, to stick all the layers together, I should say. So next I'm going to layer up my white section. Be careful not to stick it to the frame you're working on. Oops. Just layer that. And I just, again, want to apologize for these headshots you're going to see. I had to get kind of over the layout, and I will really try to do better next time, guys. I'm really sorry. But my big old head gets in here a handful of times. All right, I just stick that down, and now we're going to press on to the overlay section. So as you can see, there's the yellow section a little bit closer. Again, that link to a video on how to do that will be at the end. It's called Hide Selected Contour. You use it in the Cricut craft room. Here I always put this little box when I'm going to spray. And thank you to my viewers and readers who told me to use a repositionable spray. This is the stick-in spray because it makes it a lot easier to work with. And I don't have to try to glue those down, and one half dries while the other half doesn't, and blah, blah, blah. And I did have to lift and reapply a few times. As you see, that went on a little bit more than you're seeing here. So FYI, I will tell you the spray is really stinky. So you should probably do it in a more ventilated area because holy cow, you guys. Yikes. Anyway, so use the Scotch ATG again. And now this is kind of a little trick I just picked up. I'm using painter's tape to tape my layout to this Close to My Heart Versa mat. I love the Versa mat in particular because as you see, there's numbers, there's measurements on all 4 sides. And with these graphic layouts, it sometimes gets really hard to lay something down in the middle of the page and make sure it's even on both sides. Well, with the painter's tape, it gets a whole lot easier to do that because now the layout doesn't shimmy around. I don't know if you have that problem, but I have. Now it makes it so easy to lay down this pink section because I'm just going to lay that out at the 6-inch mark on both sides, and I know it's even. I've got a little zip strip, which is the end of the strip of paper. Close to my heart's taken to decorating those, and so you can use them as an accent piece. It's kind of fun. And now I get my frame set up. Again, I'm going to use a ruler to measure that, lay that out on both sides. And then as you can see, I pry that up to go ahead and sticky that down real nicely. Remember, on your project, the inner part of the frame would of course be a photo. And now we use the Zig two-way pen to put down the bottom layer of the sugar and spice. That's going to act as a shadow to the word art. I love that Zig two-way pen, and I love those tweezers. They're by Tweezer Bee, and they hold everything so nicely. This just makes it super simple. This is all from the Close to My Heart Artbooking Cricut bundle. There's some information about that at the end of the video, and you can check it out. And there will also be information about the paper pack and the Versamat. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thanks!